Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to today's reading. Today, we're going to be looking at messages from your future self. So this is going to be what your future self has to say to you about your life, what's going to happen. I believe that the future is never set in stone. So right now we're looking at a snapshot of your energy, and if nothing were to change, then this is kind of the result that we would see, right? But nothing is set in stone. You can change your future at any time. You can write your history, your future at any time. So this is going to be messages from your future self. So I'm going to start off by cleansing the space here. As I'm doing this, I want you to close your eyes and focus in on what you would like to know from your future self. What questions do you have? What insight would you like to gain from your future self? I really want you to focus in on that intention. With group number 1 here, we have this beautiful piece of prehnite. Group number 2, we have this piece of opalite crystal. And group number 3, we have this piece of green aventurine. So whatever is initially drawing you in, whatever is calling you forth, tugging you towards it, is normally the best pile to go for. If you find that your reading is not resonating with you, you can feel free to pick another pile or watch the whole video and pick up on what resonates and leave the rest behind. I will have timestamps listed in the description box for group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, I do offer them down in the description box in my Etsy shop. And with all of that being said, we're going to get on to group number 1 here. Hello, group number 1. If you chose this pile, this reading is for you. So you picked this beautiful piece of prehnite stone. So I've pulled this card and this other card for you. So let's see what your future self has to say. Initiation and victory. Wow, how beautiful. So with the initiation card, we also have sacred site and phoenixite. Phoenixite is a crystal or stone. And then we have victory with the flower nasturtium. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but if any of those kind of flowers or crystals or places are calling to you, then feel free to research more about them. But I love that we have victory and initiation. So your future self wants to tell you that you're going to get to another level in your life. You're going to level up. You're going to get to the next step of something. So whatever it is that you were wondering about when we were pulling these cards, you will be victorious in that. You're going to get to another level. And initiation is all about going through hard times. So you might feel like you are kind of going through it right now and not able to catch a break, but it's all this initiation. It's all leading you up to be able to get to that next step, to be able to level up. So I love this. It's so beautiful to see. I love that we have this kind of light shining down, this sunshine shining on you. You will have your moment in the sun, your moment of recognition, your moment where everything feels like it's coming together. And that's what your future self wants to tell you because they've experienced it and they want you to know that that's coming for you. We also have this beautiful crown here in this card. And I love that we have 4-4. So 4-4-4, if you see that angel number, then that is a sign of protection, that spirit is protecting you, your spirit guides, your angels, whatever it is you believe in. That is what 4s represent. They also represent stability and a foundation. So you have this protection, you have this stable foundation. So your future is looking really, really bright and beautiful, and I love this. So that's what I see right off the bat, group number 1. I'm going to move these to the side, and we're going to pull some tarot cards for you as well. Okay, so we have 3 cards that flew out. So let's see what we have here. We have the Emperor. We have the Page of Cups. And we have the 9 of Rods. So this is just kind of confirming more so what I was saying. So with the Emperor, I love that we have the Emperor and then we have the sign for Aries right here, because the Emperor is associated with the astrological sign of Aries. And so there's a lot of passion. There's a lot of fire within you, and your future self wants you to know to not let that fire die out, because that is what is going to propel you forward to this victory through this initiation, right? Don't lose your fire. The Emperor is somebody who has control, right? They have a firm grasp on their life. And I feel like you have been feeling like your life is out of control. You haven't had everything figured out. But there's going to come a time where you do have more of a grasp and more of control over your current situation. But you have to get through that initiation first. You have to go through these trials and tribulations first. I love this kind of synchronicity here with the colors. It's beautiful. Then we have Page of Cups, which is all about innocence. And I love, love, love the Page of Cups because it's like life-giving elixir. And so there is going to be a rebirth, I feel like, in your life where you are excited about things again. You're excited about people and relationships and just all of these things that maybe have been, I don't know, a little bit lackluster recently. You're going to have a newfound innocence and view the world through maybe like a younger version of you's eyes. Somebody who wasn't hurt by the world yet, right? Somebody who is still full of life. I feel like that is going to reinvigorate you. And then we have the 9 of Rods, which makes so much sense for you here, group number 1, because the 9 of Rods is all about perseverance. It's about going through those hard times and you're still standing. You've gone through all of these things. You've you know, might have accumulated damage through that, but you're still standing. Like, I love that we have this singular rod standing strong with all of these other ones kind of crossing over it. No matter what you've been through and all of these things you've gone through in this initiation process, you're still standing strong here in the middle. And your future self wants you to know that if you can push through that and persevere and keep on going, you will have this control. You will have this newfound love of life again, right? You'll be victorious. So I'm going to pull one last card as kind of a closing message. This was just a short and sweet message from your future self that is needed to be heard right now. So I'm just going to pull a closing message for you. Okay, this card just flew out. Expect powerful change. This is a new moon eclipse. I'm pretty sure we're having a new moon eclipse pretty soon. I'm pretty sure that's coming up. So that's interesting that that's showing up here. So expect powerful change. This is so important because you can't have this victory. You can't have this newfound kind of perspective in your life without change, right? This is what the initiation is about. And I love that we have this kind of light up here and then this light also peeking around the new moon there. Expect powerful change. You're going to have a lot of big changes in your life that change the whole course of your life. This is one of those moments where it's like, this is a defining moment in your life that will change the course of where you go. But it's just about how you react to it and if you keep pushing or if you give up, right? This is if you keep persevering and keep pushing through and keep fighting for this victory that you want. Whatever it is in your life, whether it's happiness, a new job, a new relationship, you have to fight for it. So there's going to be a big pivotal moment in your life, which is this change that causes this initiation, right? So that is what I see for you, group number 1. If this reading resonated, I would love to hear feedback down below in the comments. Again, if you would like a personal reading from me, I do offer them down in the description box in my Etsy shop. I want to thank you so much for allowing me to read for you today. I hope you're having a magical day, and thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. We're going to get on to group number 2 now. Hello, group number 2. If you chose this pile, this reading is for you. So we have this beautiful opalite crystal. And I've pulled this card and another card just to get us started off from messages from your future self. So we have soul awakening. Wow. And wholeness. How beautiful is that? I love that we have 3-3. It's funny because the last reading had a 4-4, but you have 3-3, group number 2. Threes, you know, if you look at the angel number 333, it's all about going towards your goal and setting it into action and starting to go for it, right? We also have a medicine pouch and amethyst celestial for some other added things, and this is black mulberry here. This is beautiful. I love the colors matching up here. It's so pretty. So your future self wants you to know that you're going to go through a soul awakening. So this is going to be either a spiritual awakening or you're going to see things in a way you haven't seen them before, which is really, really important because you're going to be able to look at the world a different way, and it's going to cause you to feel more whole in your life. If you've been feeling broken or you've been feeling like you don't have things figured out, that's okay. That's perfectly okay. But your future self wants you to know you're going to have a moment that is this soul awakening. This is like mind shattering kind of a thing, where it just shakes your whole world up and it causes you to view things in a totally different manner. And it will lead to this wholeness, right? This feeling of wholeness. I want you to know right now that you are whole the way that you are 1000%. But your future self wants you to know that you will feel that way in the future through this soul awakening, through this going through the hard times and truly seeing for the first time. I love what we have this person kind of sitting here next to the fire, and they're just taking everything in, and they're waiting for that soul awakening, and that's you. And I think that's beautiful. I love that we have this pentacle here for protecting you during this time. And it's going to be a very, very spiritual type of thing for you. Like, I think for you, group number 2, you're going to have a lot of spiritual type journeys that you go through in your future. There's just going to be a lot coming up for you in that regard as to furthering your spirituality, discovering more about it, and finding more out about yourself through the process. So we have these. I'm going to move them out of the way, and we're going to pull some tarot cards for you. Okay, so I have 3 cards for you, so let's see what they have to say. So we have the Sun, beautiful. We have the 4 of Blades, and we have the King of Coins. Hopefully you can see all of that. This is really beautiful because with the sun is all about happiness and living your authentic life. I think this kind of soul awakening for you will be something along the lines of realizing how much other people's lives or other people's words will not affect you, and that living your authentic self is about being yourself and not caring what other people think. I think that's a big aspect as to what is going to be a big life-changing moment for you is not caring so much about what people think and truly being yourself and feeling safe to do so. We have the Four of Blades, which is about peace and rest. I think you'll have a time of truly being able to rest and reflect through this soul awakening. You know, when we feel whole, when we feel like we're not lacking anything, it gives us this reprieve from life of overthinking and feeling not good enough and feeling all of these things. But when we achieve a feeling of wholeness and happiness, it gives us peace. Even if it's just momentary, right? Even if it's just for a short amount of time, it gives us a peaceful feeling. So your future self wants you to know that that's coming up for you as well. And then we have the King of Coins, and I love this. This is being sure of yourself. And again, with the wholeness, I love that we have like the purple berries here and the purple stone over here. It's all about this feeling secure in yourself and feeling like you have your life kind of figured out. And again, even if it's just for a momentary time, you're going to achieve this feeling of, I have my shit together somewhat, right? You know, the King of Coins is somebody who's reliable and loyal. And so I feel like you will, through this soul awakening, this feeling of wholeness, be able to provide that stability for other people in whatever way, is just being a good friend, being a good partner, being a good family member, whatever it is. This soul awakening will provide that in your life, that stability. Whether it be financial, usually the King of Coins is financially really stable, a good business person, a good hard worker. And I feel like you'll be able to do more of that, right, through the soul awakening. It's like before you can be this person who has their material life figured out, you have to dig deep within first and go through the spiritual stuff. And in turn, that'll allow you to become this King of Coins, become somebody who is good in handling business decisions and life decisions and more of that material aspect of life. So I'm just going to pull a closing message now from this deck. This was just a short and sweet message that your future self wanted you to know. All right, we're going to go with this one. A fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. So, like I was saying with your soul awakening, it's going to be kind of, I don't know, like it feels like a long time coming, but when it hits, it's going to be like, holy crap. So if you're kind of feeling like, I don't know if this has happened already, I don't know if I've reached this spiritual awakening, you will know. It'll be so explosive in your life that you will know 1000%. So once this spiritual awakening happens, you'll be left with a feeling of wholeness, a feeling of peace and happiness, and it will lead you to this King of Coins kind of a lifestyle. So that is what I have for you, group number 2, from Messages from Your Future Self. If this reading resonated with you, I would love to hear feedback down below in the comments. If you would like a personal reading from me, I do offer them down in the description box in my Etsy. And thank you so much for allowing me to read for you today. I hope you're having a magical day, and I'm going to get on to group number 3 now. Hello, group number 3. If you chose this pile, this reading is for you. We have this beautiful piece of green adventuring. And we are going to get started with these 2 cards. So I pulled this card and this card for Messages from Your Future Self. So we have I Am Presence and Protection. Wow. Beautiful. So this I Am Presence card is all about calling on your higher self. So your future self wants you to know that this is a very important tool that you need to utilize. Calling on what you know to be true deep inside of you. You have all of the knowledge that you need right there in you, and you don't need anything else. I love that we have cosmos, and then celestite is a crystal associated with this. So it's about knowing that you have all of this wonderful energy available to you. It's so interesting. I've gotten so much Aries energy in this reading today. The past two have had some kind of Aries presence in them as well. We have the sign for Aries here in the protection card with the onion. I love that we have this protection card, right? Because if you feel like you are unstable in some way in your spiritual life, you are protected. You're protected and safe to be able to call on higher powers and higher versions of yourself to find out information and find out answers. And I love that we have this kind of higher vibrational kind of presence with all of these chakras and calling on your higher self and all of these things. But this is very grounded with the onion. It comes from the earth. It comes from the roots. Like you pull the onion out from beneath the soil. So your future self wants you to know that you will have this very grounded way of viewing the world, but also are able to call on those higher, all-knowing versions of yourself, which is really, 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 really beautiful. We have the sign for Earth here, which again, I love that because it's grounded energy. We can have a balance. I feel like you will achieve a higher level of balance in your future, and your future self wants you to know that through doing these two things: being grounded, coming back down to earth, focusing on the way that the earth feels beneath your bare feet, but also calling down from the cosmos and utilizing that in your life. So I'm going to pull some tarot cards now to get some more messages from your future self. Okay, so we have 3 cards here. Let's see what they have to say. 10 of coins. 3 of rods. 8 of rods. So, I feel like there has been some... This is such a beautiful reading. All of the readings today have been so gorgeous. I just love it. 10 of coins, like you will feel... Your future self wants you to know there's going to be some moments in the future for you that make you feel like you're making an impact on the world in some way that is bettering the future for many. So out of all the groups, this one feels the most connected to using spirituality to help other people. So I don't know if you have been interested in like light work or reading cards for other people or doing some kind of spiritual work or some kind of work to better the world in general. I feel like you are wanting that. You're somebody who believes that we can move towards a better life, a better way of living, a better reality. And I feel like your legacy, that's what the 10 of coins is about. It's about legacy. It's about what you leave behind. And I love that. I feel like your future self is telling you there's going to be moments in the future for you where you are like, this is my legacy. This is what I'm leaving behind. 3 of rods, I feel like you're going to have a lot of creativity and you're going to embark on a lot of new journeys, a lot of new adventures are upcoming for you, and fast movement. So whatever these, as soon as you kind of embark out on these journeys with the 3 of rods, the 8 of rods is about fast movement. So you're going to receive a lot of messages from your higher self about what you need to do, and it'll be like quick. Like you're like, okay, I'm going to do this. You'll know what you need to do, and you'll do that in kind of a fast paced way. So that is what I see for you. I'm going to pull a closing message. This was just really short and sweet to see what messages you had from your future self. So we're just going to get a closing message here. Emotions are running high. So again, you might feel like you are out of control in your life, but all of that kind of chaotic energy is going to die away, and there's going to be a coming back to self, a coming back around to what's important, a grounding. And that's where you'll be able to really take off into this creative, fast-paced energy that I see for you in the future. So just push through this kind of emotional time right now and know that there are more grounded, more earthy, more creative, fun projects coming in your future. So that is what I see for you, group number 3, for what your future self has to say. If you enjoyed this reading and it resonated, I would love to hear feedback down below in the comment section. If you would like a personal reading from me, I do offer them down in the description box in my Etsy shop. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you, and I'm going to get on to the outro now. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, I would love if you would subscribe and join us here at the Velvet Mystic. And yeah, I want to thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed so far. If you enjoyed this video, I would love if you would hit the like button. Yes, all of my links are down below for my Instagram, my Etsy shop, my other YouTube channel. So feel free to check that out. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.